Okay.
Alright, hi, my name is Tay Kee Chin. I'll be covering the Maths Chapter 4, which are the Simpson's Rule and the Trapezoidal Rule, which we have to do in our project, okay? I'll be covering the part, what are the characteristics and the difference in the proofs of the uses of the two rules. And I'll compare and contrast disadvantages and advantages of the two rules, and then I'll summarize in a table for you all to see. Alright, so this is the characteristic of the trapezoidal rule that we have. Is using the sum of the areas of these strips as an approximation for the actual value. So this is the proof that we have, the formula. And so from the above proof, we derive to this more simplified formula. Okay, so this is the characteristic of the Simpson's rule. Simpson's rule uses the sums of the areas under the parabolas as an approximation for the value of the area under the curve y equals to fx. For Simpson's rule, another part of the characteristic of the Simpson's rule is that it uses even number of strips for the width. Okay, and now this is the proving part of Simpson's rule, which you can see the formula is rather long. So from the long formula that we were given before, we derive to this short and simplified formula for Simpson's rule. So now I'm going to tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of the two rules. Okay, the advantages of the trapezoidal rule is that formula is easier to apply as a step is lesser, but you will get confused over the number that you were given, as all are in decimal form, which is very hard to calculate. And for the Simpson rule, the advantage is that formula is more straight to the point, and you can apply it just straight away. And the disadvantages is also same as the trapezoidal rule, but the advantages and disadvantages of the formula are not important at all, because with situation like this, the formula that you are good at using is the formula that is good for you to use. So it depends on which formula you familiarize with, then you can use the formula. Alright, so all in all, I summarize the above things in a table like this. You can see carefully like this, right? This is the table that we have. Alright. So that's the last question that we have is that, is there any other method computing the equation numerically? There is other method, but I won't say it because it will confuse you. So just use these two golden rules which we have. It's Simpson's rule and the trapezoidal rule. That's all. Thank you very much for wasting your time with me.